NCRP Productions presents Torg Eternity by Ulisses Spiele. The Breifne Crown. Episode 19.
Welcome, everyone, to a Sunday of Possibilities and our continuing game of Torg and the Breifne Crown adventure. My name is Greg, and I will be the GM, and let's go ahead and introduce our players, starting to my left.
Hello, this is Tori. I'm playing Evangeline Francis, the monster hunter from Aurorsh.
Hi, it's Barry. I am running Max Elite, the freedom fighter from Tharkold.
Hello, this is Victoria. I am playing Iara Bay, the Eilish elf necromancer.
And this is Aaron. I'm playing Tristan, the human from the Living Lands.
And unfortunately, this session, Shan will not be able to make it, so with that in mind...
lack of firepower.
This session should be fun. Can somebody go ahead and give us a recap of our last session and catch us up, please?
You had the best notes. That's why everyone looked at you.
So I believe it was after dealing with the Velociraptors. We were riding the Triceratops along the I-76.
Got attacked by the raptor pack.
Yeah, we were headed towards the statue. And then after dealing with all the raptors, we ended up meeting Sharktooth, female Adinos. And she helped us get across the water up to the Statue of Liberty. And then we were supposed to go up the stairs to try to find Father Flint. And
Father Flint was introduced. The name was because when Sharktooth came up on party, I forget, somebody asked, though, what are you doing here? And Sharktooth said that Father Flint has been expecting you.
Sounds good to me.
And you guys looked for a boat that was seaworthy, couldn't find a way to propel it, and then ended up, and you noticed that you got Sharktooth to help swim across. And you noticed that when she was pushing, she was actually under the water and moving along. So...
Wait a minute. So, I don't know. I didn't remember that. So, there's the possibility she can breathe water. Can't speak. There's the possibility she can breathe water. Okay.
Yes.
I don't know that I noticed that from last time.
I don't remember.
I don't remember
that at all. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
This is brand new information.
Brand new. That I hope we utilize at some point.
Oh, I have. She's blue spine.
Blue spine.
Yeah, she's blue spined.
Okay.
Yeah.
So next time
New information.
Blue Adino, I'm gonna be like, put your head under this water. I'm running experiments, okay?
Can we say retcon?
I'm running experiments.
So when you guys got onto the island, it seems like no one really looked around, if recall, and everyone just kind of went straight inside.
I think we beelined up there because Sharktooth had said we were expected, and we didn't know what that meant.
I have that we snuck up to the entrance.
You snuck to the entrance because of the pterodactyl nest.
All right, so not beeline, but,
yeah.
Direct line.
Direct line. And then when you went inside, you could see from the outside that the law of decay is starting to quickly overtake the statue. Signs of rust, signs of plant growth starting to overtake. And then inside was kind of the same thing. Doors hanging off its hinges, TV monitors kind of swinging down, no sparks going, anything like that, and vines starting to break through the walls and coming up through the floors. So the law of decay, or the law of life, is starting to consume the statue.
Okay.
Which makes sense, if you recall, because up until recently, it was
still Core Earth.
It was a hard point for Core Earth.
We're looking at you because we don't know what to do next. So we're going up the stairs.
So, right now, it's the ascent up the stairs. How is everybody moving?
Quietly.
Okay.
As best we can, yeah.
I don't want to wake up the sleeping pterodactyls as much as I'd love to pet one.
Additionally, with the decay, this is not the kind of decay that Max would be used to. The kind of decay that I would be used to on my world would be neglect.
Neglect and the techno-demon taint.
Right. And so what I'm thinking with that is I would be going up slow, but I would be checking steps. If anything looks like Rug is more afraid than normal, I might put pressure on that step before actually going through it just to see if it's going to hold weight.
Mm-hmm. As you start going up and, Max is taking that effort to do that, it's holding weight. It hasn't been consumed yet.
Okay.
But it's in the process of it.
Can I tell, are they stone, wood, metal? Can I tell what kind of steps they are?
metal and wood, and so it's for those that actually been inside and visit the Statue of Liberty, it's the steps that you can go all, instead of taking the elevator, start going all the way up to the crown.
Right, and those are wood and metal. So is there more? I mean, noticing that, it would be an interesting thing for me because, again, I haven't been to the Living Lands until now. Is there greater decay on the wood than the metal than the wood? Pretty much equal breakdown?
Equal breakdown.
Okay.
But it's not so much to a point where it's not safe to be able to walk the stairs, but you definitely start seeing rust and oxidation start discoloring that kind of coppery green look.
And is the idea of that the Living Lands tech is so low that composite metals like steel, engineered wood like the wood that's there, wouldn't be real? I don't know how to say the right words, but yeah, that's why they're breaking down. Because I would think a log wouldn't break down.
It's more the law of life, where the world law of life would start overtaking and claiming it.
Okay.
Now, it's also possible that the law of wonders in the Living Land may just flat out preserve the Statue of Liberty.
And what is the law of wonders? Have we heard that before? I don't know that we've heard that before.
So the law of wonders is a minor law in the Living Lands, and because Lanala, the goddess, cherishes life, there are certain pockets of past realities that the Living Lands has consumed that are actually still alive.
Oh, that's right. All the past realities kind of flow in and out. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. If the Living Lands ever gets over to the Cradle of Life, Mesopotamia, that area, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon might come back.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
Interesting.
Sorry, I digress.
No.
Max is philosophizing.
You guys, behind Max, he kind of stops, is like looking up in the air.
Takes a moment.
Did you hear something? What's happening? I'm also going to be listening for anything.
And I don't know, it's been
Pictures.
45 plus years since I've been in the Statue of Liberty. Are there posters, marquees, that kind of stuff as you go up the stairs? Is there anything from Core Earth that's still hanging? As far as like paraphernalia, not bolts and nuts and screws and that kind of thing, but
yeah. So the stuff that was there is now kind of like starting to crumple on the ground.
but it's there.
Okay. Mold is starting to take over the paper. The papers, the printing on the posters are starting to fade, and as you look closely, you could almost see it fading right before you. So,
And faster than you would get for the lack of light that's in here.
and and that's what the law of life. That's the law of life at work.
Okay.
As it starting to take over.
I've been to the Statue of Liberty, but it was, once we got there, it was like, oh, by the way, it's a 2-week waiting period to get into the Statue of Liberty.
When I was in New York, it was the same thing.
Yeah.
So,
And
God damn it.
you could only get to the feet. They don't let you go past you can go up the pedestal to where the feet are, basically. You can't go all the way up anymore.
Yeah, we
You
can
can't
do that.
climb or you can't elevate.
You can't do any, you can't go past the pedestal.
Is that safeguarding the...
It's
okay.
security and preservation, basically.
Oh, like 911 combined with its... Okay.
Yeah, and when I went, it was 2007, so it was still
Yeah, it
pretty
was
recent
very,
after
very fresh.
2001.
Yeah, it was the same time when I went.
Yeah.
But not together.
No.
No.
Oh, how
No,
interesting.
surprisingly.
But it does make sense because we both graduated high school that year, so.
Yeah.
Ah,
And then, like,
okay.
where are we gonna
That was-
go?
yeah.
Let's take them to New York. Like, all
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so at this point, everyone's just kind of climbing up in silence. Sharktooth looks back and just makes sure everyone's okay and following, and then just kind of keeps trudging up.
So not for lack of trust, but I would stay close to Sharktooth, just so that the first eyes on anything I would potentially have.
Sure.
Our leader's been a little bit silent, so
Yeah, as you guys start making your way, just up the stairwells, just, one floor at a time.
having seen from the outside, do I have an idea of where we're going up? Like, we going up a leg, an arm? Does it appear that we're going towards would I even know, going towards the broken torch? Again, in my world, this doesn't exist, so.
There's really no any type of signs or maps that may have been present, like you are here.
No, I
type
meant
of
less
thing.
about that and more like, I remember when we walked up, I saw it.
Yeah,
Does it look like we're walking towards something?
up.
All right, just up. Okay.
Yeah, just up. It's a long trek. I mean, you guys are taking really, really long, arduous climb up the frickin' Statue of Liberty.
I think the pedestal alone is like 5 stories or something like that. It's insane how
Wow.
long it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it is a long trek. So Sharktooth is not pushing a pace where people are getting tired, but it's just long. and
Does it appear to be
arduous.
affecting Sharktooth?
Like,
The climb. Is Sharktooth appear to be as, exhausted as we are? Or not, you know what I'm saying? Does it, or is she like jogging up a little bit, looking back? What are you guys doing?
No. She's not like super sprinting. It's it's having an impact on her.
All right.
too.
So same as us. All right. Good.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
And as you start kind of looking at Sharktooth and whatnot, you start feeling that she's possibility rated.
Do we automatically feel that, right? Like that is part of being a Storm Knight.
Yeah.
Is we have that sense. Okay.
Yeah. So that's something that you guys would have picked up earlier.
Good. Someone to borrow possibilities from.
All right, and so unless anybody does something a little bit different, you start making your way all the way up.
Just for idea of things around us, is this stairwell that we're going up in, is it around a solid central point, like a solid column, or is it open, like if I lean over the edge of the banister, can I spit and hit the floor, that kind of thing? Is
No,
it closed
so
or open?
at one point it went from like a nice column stairs to a platform, and then you went into basically, like the stairwell in a building.
All right, so it closed in. I can't look down and see 4 levels below me. that kind of
Correct.
thing. Okay.
And that's where you guys are in right now and making your way up on top.
I've never been to the Statue of Liberty, so are there like windows we can kind of look out?
Not in the stairs. And so, like, out of character, this is more along the lines of, like, maintenance access,
Oh, okay.
that type of thing.
Sharktooth, how much longer?
You can here, catch your breath. It is not much longer, but we still have a few more stairs to climb.
And we're going to Father Flint?
Father Flint is waiting up inside. So, as you keep on climbing, you hit a platform with a closed door. As you start moving towards that door, everybody roll reality.
That's not good.
DN10.
Trying to remember where it is on the character sheet here.
Reality should be a spirit.
Yep, I see it. Oh boy.
Yeah, but we have Realm Runner, so if we...
Yeah, are we in a new scene so that my first disconnect is...
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, so I've got a net 6.
Same.
So I have to remember how to do this again. It's been
What'd you roll?
A little while in real
so I rolled
life.
a 12,
So you got 0.
Got a 0.
0 gain into it, and then whatever year. So it's whatever year.
so it's just 7. This number only affects this number.
Because that number already added.
All right,
into
cool.
that.
667 so far.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Oh, mine was like... Oh, there we go. That was 20.
Can I potentially use a possibility
You
token
can.
to change that? Yeah,
You can.
I'm gonna go ahead and change
19.
that. Let's see if
So
we can do
19?
something different here.
so remember, minimum roll there is going to be a 10 added to your previous roll.
I originally rolled a 3.
And now add that number to your 7.
Yeah.
17. Yeah, we're good.
17?
I'm good. Yeah.
Okay. So as the two of you approach, so you can feel that you're in a very, like pushing up against an envelope, the world axioms changing.
I'm going to let them all know then.
Okay. You can feel it too. And as you do, something kind of starts triggering, and all of a sudden you just kind of get hit with like these weird flashbacks of like this person dressed and in all of some type of purple cape and like this maniacal laughter, and this is just gone just as quickly. So what do you say to them?
Who? Ava or Tristan?
Ava.
Oh, I see that too?
No. So you said you were going to say something to the group?
Oh, yeah, that I'm feeling this weird shift, I guess, at this door.
I don't feel anything. Right? I don't feel anything?
No.
I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
So something's happened. Maybe it affects from... Maybe it's an effect from your realm. Is anyone else feeling this shift?
I'm not feeling it.
I mean, I'm feeling something. I'm starting to have these like visions, but nothing that like I can strictly pertain to something.
But wait a minute. If you're from this realm, if you're feeling it, I was thinking it was just something from the realm Ava comes from. Sharktooth, we're passing something. Do you feel a difference? Two of my fellows feel a difference. Two of us don't.
Your companions are quite attuned then. All will be explained inside.
Is it
Is
safe
Father
to step
Flint
through?
inside that room?
He is.
Tristan, you said you were having visions.
Does Father
Flashbacks.
Flint wear a purple cape,
Or a purple robe.
robe, or something like that?
Her dinosaur face looks confused.
Okay, so I'm going to take that as a no. All right.
Or a yes.
So whatever that was, I guess we'll find out.
All right, so let me know when you guys, or if you guys enter.
I'm gonna wiggle the doorknob. Is it locked?
It is not.
I'm gonna pop it open, but then stand back from the doorway. Like, not in line. I'm just gonna
Does Sharktooth go through?
So, no, she's kind of waiting for everyone else.
To go through first?
Yes.
Are we expected to go in first?
You notice for her, or the non-verbal communication is somebody being polite and waiting for you to enter before them.
All right. I'm not going to let them go first. I will go first. I'll
So
step
when you
through.
pop open the door and open it up, you can actually hear from inside, sounds like radio equipment, and a song playing in the background.
What song? Would I
Dude,
recognize
does
it?
any-
It's
do any-
gospel music, it sounds like.
So,
Is what music?
Eva
Gospel
would,
music.
Eva would recognize it.
Max wouldn't. So yeah, so I'll step through. It just looks like a door. There's not like a shimmer or anything
No,
like
no,
that.
no, nothing like
so,
What do I see
yeah, I'll
as
step
soon
in.
as it's open?
It's, you kind of, you walk in and just see like a little, when you walk into a room and then it opens up into the bigger part of the room. So that's what you see. So you can't really see inside the full room. And then Max,
Yep.
when you walk in, you are now in Core Earth reality.
Hey.
Do I again need to make a reality check or
No.
Okay.
I'll step in with Max.
You step in with Max.
I'll follow behind.
Okay.
I take a step.
As soon as you step in, boom, something just hits you, just right in the temples, and it drives you down to your knees. I need you to make a mind roll, DN10.
Now you know that Tristan did make the roll. The two of us, Iara and I, failed.
Correct.
Okay,
But he hadn't passed through the
I was going to ask, is it potentially because we've all been in Core Earth before and he has not? But
Possibly,
we'll find out.
yeah.
We'll find out. Possibly, I like that.
So in order to do it just a straight roll, the attribute you have from mind is your value, essentially, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so it'd be 13. I could do math.
I can math. So you don't go unconscious from the assault on your mind, but you just get bombarded with memories like a veil has lifted.
Oh, man. All right.
You are no longer Tristan.
So you'll see Tristan kneeling on the ground. He starts to kind of have these, like he's like shaking his head and looking around, kind of like feels his face, feels his hair a little bit. He's like kind of realizing where he's at, and he takes his sea bag and throws it on the ground, opens it up, and is like, oh thank God, and starts pulling stuff out of it. He's pulling fatigues out. He's got 2 1911s. He's got a rifle. He's got binoculars, a first aid pack.
So I'm going to stand over, turn and look over. What is it? What is this?
He's like, I'm just trying to hold on a second. I'm trying to just like get my stuff together here. And he looks around and he's like, where's my plane? Did I have a plane?
Plane? I'm looking
He's a
at the
bit
other
frantic.
two.
You were no plane. You were riding a dinosaur.
You had a little
Wait a minute.
raptor that I wanted to ride.
Wait a minute. Are we still addressing Tristan?
If you call him by name,
Did we specifically say that? Are we still addressing Tristan?
He's like, who the hell's Tristan?
What is your name, soldier?
You remember? I mean, you remember all of everything that's going on.
okay,
So
I
it
got
didn't
you.
replace memories.
Yeah.
So you remember they were calling you Tristan.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's like, look, it's not Tristan, it's Ufa.
It's
Ufa Ali.
Ufa Ali.
Yeah.
May I ask, Ufa, what military are you part of?
It was Egyptian.
An Egyptian. None of us know about Egypt, right? I mean, as far as I know, none of us know about Egypt, or maybe Cursory Nile, right?
Cursory Nile, because you know that there's a shard in the Nile Empire.
So that's as much. So
Are you from the Living Lands?
we thought you were. We thought you were from this realm.
No, I'm really not. I honestly don't know what had happened. I remember I was flying a plane, and then I'm here, and I have these memories from before.
Where are you from? Besides Egypt, like what are you from?
Specifically Cairo.
Are you
From Cairo.
Are you from a different cosm? Or are you from
Would I know that had happened? Like the
yeah.
switch had made? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm from the Nile Empire.
You're from the Nile Empire.
Yeah.
Like all of us, did you cross a bridge from your realm to this place?
I believe I have, yeah. I did. I was flying a plane to come over here, and like I said, I don't really remember much past that.
So out of character,
Yeah.
you did not come over a bridge.
You're a converted core Earther.
Yeah, you transformed.
Oh, okay, I got
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
That's-
out
yeah.
of game. That
Sorry
would be
about that.
storyline.
Right.
No, you're fine. That's
Yeah.
that's the idea. So storyline was all of us. Just for the simple thing, all of us, including Shan, crossed over from the original realm, the invading realm,
I got you.
into Earth.
Okay.
You were actually from Earth and
Yes.
converted. You're the only one that's actually from core Earth.
Oh, okay, I got you.
But then at some point, an event happened where you then conformed to the Nile Empire's world. So, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're from here. You're from Earth itself,
Yes,
from Cairo.
from Cairo, yeah.
What military were you in?
Well, I was with the Egyptian military, and then I was actually a guard at the Valley of the Kings.
Okay. How much memory do you have of the last few days?
You remember all of
I
it.
remember everything, yeah. The Velociraptors, the riding the Triceratops, and
Yeah, we're sitting here talking. Is either Sharktooth or anyone else in the room reacting, or they're all just watching us?
So Sharktooth is just sit there watching. As you look over at her, you can see that she actually looks like a bit revived, and she's standing a little bit taller, just taking nice deeper breaths. She looks refreshed. But no one else, no other sounds from inside except for Amazing Grace playing in the background.
And just eerily everywhere. I mean, my character would know what speakers are. Is it eerily everywhere, or is it like coming out of some speaker? Like I can go, oh, that's where it's from.
No, it sounds like it's from the, like the roofs, the speakers embedded and installed
Okay.
in the walls.
Good.
Like the overhead speakers for
Yeah.
announcements and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, so then, how should we call you? Do you wish us to continue calling you Tristan or
Ufa seems easier for me. Yeah.
Ufa? Very good, Ufa. And if you remember us, we don't need to reintroduce ourselves.
No, I remember you all, yeah.
So if the last thing you remember was flying a plane, you are off mission then.
I don't know that I had my own mission.
Which, can we ask what it was? There's a part of a suspicion in the back of Max's voice. So the world he comes from, there are infiltrators. And there are actual human infiltrators. So this is very
This is
very
almost an
disconcerting.
interrogation, yeah. Look, I was going to deal with a personal enemy of mine, and it made me come out here, and then
Here being the United States,
yes.
or what is okay?
Yeah.
From Cairo,
yes,
and you can fly.
yes.
This is a great ability to have. I mean, no one in the group can.
Well,
at least at this
the
point.
planes that I fly are like biplanes and such. That's like typical props and such.
I'm not sure what that is, but a plane's a plane. simply is something to get from here
I
to there.
can't fly, you can fly.
Yeah, I can't fly. I'm assuming that you can't, Ava. No. All right. Well, this is a
I
good
like my
addition.
feet planted on solid ground. Thank
So when
very
you say
much.
private, you're talking about a mission for yourself, but not for the military you work for?
No, I don't really work for them anymore.
I thought all right.
Anymore.
Did you
No.
quit?
Well, when the reality changed, I took on a new mission, so to speak.
And what is
Okay.
that mission?
It's to deal with a personal nemesis of mine.
Who's that?
Which is?
If I remember, I'm sorry, I don't remember.
So you're
The
so
Amaranthine Spectre.
Yeah, the Amaranthine Spectre is who
I've never heard of this.
Me either.
So Aaron, for your character, you're not being dodgy. You're not trying to hold things back. You're just because you don't.
Yeah,
you don't have the full story
it's just.
background. Okay, good.
I'm sorry,
All right.
it's just.
No,
like,
you're
that
fine.
stuff.
I'm making sure that we're
Oh
reacting.
yeah.
correctly.
I'm not like it doesn't look like I'm trying to hide anything.
Okay.
It's a lot of the times. It's a lot of the memories coming back to me of like. More of like someone that's just trying to remember everything.
So this Amaranthine Spectre is in the United States.
That from what I had heard, yes.
Do you know where?
As far as I know, it said northeast.
Northeast, and as far as we know on the map, we're in the northeast, right?
Correct.
Why?
Well, that's
And
good.
what did this person do, or creature, whatever it is?
Yeah. Why is this your nemesis?
He is a vile villain. He's despicable. He's a despicable villain.
A despicable villain, yes.
He's a bad guy.
Yeah.
What may I ask what he did?
So to add a character, so it's making sure that I'm talking with the GM here to make sure everything makes sense. Having this character combined with something of my backstory with the Valley of the Kings. Maybe he was like looting these tombs that I didn't want to see.
Don't
like
say
that.
maybe, just tell us what it is.
Yeah, so I mean, like, so and add a character.
Yeah.
Go ham.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Tell us what it is. Go for it.
I'm just making sure that
There is no
you're good
script,
with
so
me.
you're off script now.
All right, very good.
But but also out of character. He's the guy that not only would tie up the Virgin on the railroad track, he would also tie up the Virgin's cat on the railroad track.
Yeah, it would be everything.
Really evil.
Yeah, he's really
bad
evil.
guy.
So I was in charge of guarding the Valley of the Kings, and he came with a group to plunder the valley. And in the time that it took me to discover them, eliminate a few of their actual comrades, they were able to catch me and then put me in a locked tomb, and they closed me in that tomb. When I was able to see, I pulled out my lighter and I pulled out a fancy Zippo. I was able to see I was able to see the walls, and I can see that they had changed all the hieroglyphics on the walls.
This Amaranthine Spectre?
Yes.
This vile beast.
Vile beast, absolutely, because no one messes with my country's history.
Was it overwritten? Did they write over that, much like I've heard has happened in other tombs? Did they write over it, or did they
so they
wipe it out and put new in?
So from what I can tell is that it was almost like an entirely new script. So I have no idea how they had done it. I know in the past, like past pharaohs would go to tombs or temples, and they would take the block out, turn it, and then put it back in to get a blank slate. I'm guessing that's probably what they were doing, but I can only guess.
And you're certain this Amaranthine Spectre is the one? There's a reason I'm asking. You're certain that this is the vile beast that did all of this?
Absolutely.
The reason I ask this is because I have talked to enough people where things have changed on them as different realities have come in, and as a reality washes over, things within the first reality change. So structures may remain the same, but edifices, paintings, anything, and it could change.
As
a villain is a villain.
A villain is a villain. Yes. Well, I have an understanding of premonition, so to speak, that this had not changed.
Okay. Well, in that case, then, since we've brought you into the fold, you should probably tell us about this Amaranthine Spectre so that we can keep an eye out for him. Keep an eye out for him as well,
yes,
to aid you in your endeavors. As we told you earlier, we are finishing a mission here and then intend to continue on. In your other form, you were a wonderful archer. Can you still do that?
And I look at the Sinew bow and I'm like, I could use it. I'm not very good at it. I'm not sure if you noticed.
You were pretty good at one point. So, without sounding disrespectful,
of course, yeah.
What can you do?
I'm more into utilizing these firearms, and you can see me kind of lay out.
My kind of man. Okay, I'm good with that.
Two 1911s. I got a KK-81, and you can see brass knuckles hanging off the side.
So does everything look to Max to be somewhat archaic? I mean, consider where Max would be, 2000s and ups type of weapons.
Yeah. So I mean, like even up in the 1911 is the prestigious combat handgun. Tharkold would have something similar, but with
So they look archaic. So it's like out of game. The Nile Empire is basically locked in the 30s
1930s.
Or 50s.
Yeah. And so to Max, it'd be like, oh, that's cute.
Right. Okay. All right.
But it's more about how you use these items.
But I wouldn't disrespect him by saying anything like that. Good.
I'm a renowned marksman.
So
wonderful.
Like I like it.
Perfect.
You in your realm, you are as well. I mean, you do well here. It's not again. I feel like I'm disrespecting everyone today, but I'm not. I truly am not.
And you're kind of ugly. I didn't mean that.
I didn't mean it.
I mean, looking at past combat, I think.
No, you've proven yourself. What I mean, that is what you are as well. So we have two master marksmen in our midst. That's wonderful.
My guns can throw potions. Can yours?
I just throw hot lead down range, so.
I understand.
Guess it's kind of like a potion.
Very well.
I've got my regular. I've got a few.
All right.
Handguns as well.
We need not measure weapons at this point. There is.
Mine's bigger.
Yeah.
He just
Max,
said.
right.
Max just kind of stares.
I'm like, oh yeah, and like hold up the rifle.
Well,
So to
welcome
get-
aboard, Ufa.
Yeah, thank you.
To get back on track, also, with your vision that you had right before you walk in the door, with the person with the purple and all that,
Yeah,
who's that?
that's
Do you
the
remember
American
that person?
inspector.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sure
again,
that this crossing of this reality is starting to bring back these memories. So I'm sure more will come as time goes on.
so I'll ask again, could you describe this individual? What are we looking for if we were to spy him to tell you? And is it, are you bringing him back to justice? Are you destroying him?
I'm bringing him to justice.
to justice. So
Yeah.
I know what kind of justice happens in my lands.
I think it might be the same justice.
This is a 6 foot under thing.
justice. No, I'm joking.
The Amaranth Inspector
Yes.
is dresses kind of like in a purple suit. He has the purple cape with the wide neck.
Yeah,
that
Doctor
flared up.
Strange neck.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he has the purple mask that covers his eyes and just the mouth and jaw. And then he wears almost like the wide brim hat.
Oh, Scarlet Pimpernel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Nice,
something more along
yeah.
those lines. Tilted, canted at
Right,
the
of
side.
yeah. As
But it
one
never
does.
seems to fall off or
Never
blow off.
falls
It's
off.
always there. Yeah.
He never has to adjust it. It's just.
It's Gleon.
It's actually sewn to the mask. That's how you do it, but
Well,
And his signature cane that he always carries with
Yeah.
him.
so that would be that would I think would be an individual we would all spot and would be able to say something of.
he is very much noticeable.
Ava, are you reacting weird because again, what the picture that you're looking at is the Gaunt Man. Are you reacting to that in some way? Like, do we notice that you're like, hey, wait a minute, maybe it's the same villain?
Yeah.
What?
What does his cane look like? Does it have like a little gold bird dragon like?
No, the cane. So you guys know. So like the vaudevillian when they kind of toss the black cane, the gentleman black cane with the white tip.
Yeah.
That, but purple.
Okay, I got you. So no, it's not. Unfortunately, it doesn't match that description.
Ava, you know this individual?
Sounds a lot like the Gaunt Man.
I don't think he's ever gone by that name, and he very much wants everybody to know his name.
And do I know of the Gaunt Man with my history?
You
you can tell me one way or another.
Everybody in the Possibility Wars knows of the Gaunt Man.
Okay. I would think, Ava, that he would stand out more so. This one sounds brash and
Or a wannabe version.
now that's a frightening thought.
Could be.
Do you know his motives?
Most of it's personal glory. He cares little of anybody but himself.
Is he like each cosm has a leader that is on the Gottman side and is helping in this process?
That's it. Is he then the High Lord of Nile?
No, and I would know.
Oh,
who
you-
that is.
you-
Yeah,
you
yeah.
would know.
No, that is not Mobius. No.
Okay.
Mobius.
Is he with Mobius? Is he a part of Mobius's
I don't know that he reports directly to Mobius, but he is definitely
aligned with him?
not want to say placated, but he is allowed to do the things that he wants to do by Mobius and
Not at the
Yeah.
behest, but at the. The words are not coming.
yeah,
to me,
it's
but
like
that's-
it's like he's
it's
like
that.
he's just like ignorant towards whatever he's doing because it's
furthering
Yeah,
Mobius'
yeah.
own cause.
yeah
Okay.
because and Mobius is busy doing other things, so it's like oh you know.
Well, I think someone like that we would notice. And I will keep an eye out for him, most definitely. Do you wish to battle him in singular combat, or if we see any of them see him, just take him out?
Well, I'm of the mindset of he had no honor to fight me one-on-one, so I'm not gonna have that honor with him.
So
Understood.
Yeah.
in Nile, you would know this too. It's the team of heroes that takes down the bad guy.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
the mystery men. They never fight alone.
Yeah.
They're always working together to take down the bad guy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I hope you've seen that we are a team that works well together.
Absolutely.
Good.
Yeah. Especially
Well-
that gun that she used. That's fun.
No touchy.
No touch.
Shark Tooth, I apologize. We're back on mission. Where is Father Flint?
She just kind of
What's she
points
pointing
inside-
at?
around the corner into the room.
Okay. Shall we?
We're like in a little entryway, is that?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm going to start walking.
So-
Everyone give me a nod.
I'm just starting to realize just how itchy everything I'm wearing is. And I'm like, is there a chance that I could change?
We'll be going around the corner.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to take that opportunity.
And then I realized, did Sharktooth continue standing there? So we're all going around the corner, but he's going to be changing in front of Sharktooth.
No, she picked up the social cue.
That's cool.
So when you guys walk in, you're met with bright lights. Just even inside, there's the rim with windows that are allowing lights in, but there's also a soft purr of electricity as the overhead lights are on. The music, the gospel music that's coming from the overhead speakers, you can't see just like a little radio source, or a wind-up radio type of thing that's putting it out. It is, full-blown, up and running.
Is it deafening, or you're saying
No,
it's playing?
no. It's playing at a pleasant,
Okay.
at a pleasant but not overwhelming volume.
Like elevator music.
Yeah. As you kind of look around, you see on one side of the room, there's a full bank of radios that seems to be operational. And sitting on the far end, under the row of lights, you see playing solitaire is obviously aged Adinos. And he's wearing the black priest robes with the collar, and around his neck he's wearing a silver chain with a crucifix on it. And he's just very casually playing solitaire. As you guys walk in, he looks up, very kind Saurus eyes that come across the reptilian features, and he says, and it seems like he's smiling, "Welcome, friends."
Thank you for having us. We understand we were expected.
I did not know exactly the individuals that would show up, but the good Lord advised me that some would be here to help. I hope that is you.
Possibly.
As he starts talking, you can see the haggardness and the tiredness that is behind, the facade. So I mean, it's still friendly, but you can see that he's just weary.
Father, if we wait just a moment, there's a fifth of our troop that is around the corner changing. He'll be with us in just a moment.
Of course. While we are waiting, do you care for refreshments?
Yes.
Yes,
Water would be great.
I want to look at Sharktooth too. How is her demeanor around Father Flint?
Deferential.
Okay.
So when you guys say yes for water, she immediately goes to her refrigerator, just nice big, stainless steel fridge, double doors, opens up, and there's bottles of water in there, some cheese and salamis, and so you can see her.
Cheese?
Friggin' charcuterie board?
She's pretty much other side she pulls the other side of the door. She pulls out like some what looks like ice cream, and so starting to just kind of like put together a little board of just for refreshments.
Okay, wait, is she doing weird shit like she's serving ice cream and then putting cheese and charcuterie bits on top of it?
No,
This is what they eat, right?
that's weird. The way that she's laying it out is all options.
Okay.
I mean, I've had bacon ice cream before.
Right, I get that. But not necessarily a full charcuterie full of
That's a good point. Yeah.
Cheese ice cream.
I think grapes would go good with ice cream.
in Rocky Road.
So you end up changing and
Yeah.
coming around about that time. Sharktooth is bringing over just basically a serving, charcuterie board of just various refreshments.
Is the father possibility rated?
Oh, absolutely.
I figured, but I want
Yeah.
to make sure.
Well, I'm not going to be shy. Once she brings it to me or near me, I will eat. But I will keep my focus on Father Flint.
Yeah, I'm gonna start stuffing my face with that cheese.
Yeah.
When was the last time we ate? It was when we left.
No,
On the
we
Tristan.
Oh no, we
got
ate
the
on the
trail.
the
I
Saurus,
was able to
right?
find
On the
stuff. Yeah.
Stegosaur.
Yeah.
We had gotten a couple
Tristan
Yeah.
was
Right.
able to actually
Right.
secure food.
That's
and-
right. But that was the last time, and we at least haven't eaten since we were on the other side of the water.
Right.
Yes, so meat.
Father, how have you kept this, seems like this room within core Earth and not let it take over by the living ones?
Unfortunately, this is the last vestige of core Earth's reality. You've seen the condition of the statue on your way up. I'm afraid that, and he looks around, sadly and fondly at the same time. He's like, once my former homeland takes over, we will no longer be able to survive here.
Your former homeland, so you still feel the pull of the living lands.
No, my son. I've come to adopt and accept Earth's reality.
We've seen changes like that. So, if I'm not sure how to ask this. If the realm finishes taking over, it could have an effect on you. If we're successful in our mission, we have an exfil point. Would you like to return with us to Core Earth?
So he seems contemplative. At that mention, you can see, or just out of your periphery, Sharktooth just kind of perks up and then looks intently over at Father Flint. And so he looks up at her, and you can kind of see, just...
Right, there's the unspoken...
Mm-hmm. And he says, that might indeed be an option that is worth exploring.
And through it, I'm eating, so...
Why would you not be able to survive if your former realm takes over?
As I mentioned, I've come, and Sharktooth as well, have accepted Core Earth's reality, and we have been staying here as a sanctuary since. But unfortunately, as you can see, the living land is starting to encroach upon our only sanctuary.
Tristan, Ufa being to the contrary, we know that continuous transfers from realm to realm seem to have an effect on people. And in some cases, there becomes a stopping point. So, I understand. Would you tell us what you felt we were here to do for you? And then, of course, we will tell you what we search for.
You're looking for a Breifne shard.
We don't need to tell you much of anything. Please, continue.
This is accurate.
I'm gonna stop eating my cheese.
Lean in.
The good Lord had sought to preserve that in my care.
Oh god, my eyes are going to get huge.
So you have it?
Unfortunately...
Or is it in that damn nest that's up there on that arm?
No, the pterodactyls do not have it. I feel I must explain.
Well.
Several months ago, the good Lord spoke to me and chose me to be an instrument. And you see him just kind of reach under the desk, and when he pulls out, so it's in just like, heavy duty protected. Oh shit! Why am I losing my word? Like what? Acrylic, and so like heavy duty, just like 2-inch acrylic panels, just bolted together, is this very aged parchment. And he actually is holding it and looks at it, and he says, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or of the right of the people to peaceably assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Such a lovely sentiment.
Strong words.
Very fancy language.
Did you write that?
That is not mine. That is what this previous world called the Declaration of Independence.
Have any of us heard that before?
No, you.
I would, yeah.
Yeah.
I would have known it. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, like, you've heard of it.
Yeah, I don't know, like, it.
The Sa'ar does not possess the ability to love or to protect, yet those are the tenets of Lanala. My flock and I have accepted the reality of our new home and sought to create a refuge for others that desire to make Earth home and leave this war. This country would have accepted us and granted us religious asylum. A fortnight ago, 2 Red Jaws came to us seeking asylum and wanting to join our parish. We let them in, and the 2 nights afterwards they did murder while we slept, killing 10, wounding 2 more with grievous wounds that led to their deaths. They took with them an Eternity Shard that was protecting Core Earth's reality here on the island. The Breifne Shard. Now, only Sharktooth and I survive here. We are scared that we will resubmit to the living lands when our refuge is consumed by it. The Breifne Shard was here, and my instructions from the Father was to come here, set up the sanctuary, and act as guardians of the Shard. But the 2 Red Jaws, after they committed murder, has taken it into the night.
Do you have any idea where they may have taken it?
And how long ago did they take it?
They about 10 days ago now.
Jesus.
And if I recall, I didn't recognize it at the time, but they made mention of a place called Lefferts Lake in the former state of New Jersey. And he kind of points to an atlas, a map, and it's open, and he points down to it.
Now, for us, because when we were prepping for this, we did look at the map of the area because we were told you can't go here. This is this and this and this.
Yeah.
Is it in? Is it an area that we've seen before? New Jersey was an area that we looked at on the map because that was one of the places we were told not to go, if I remember correctly.
So, and
The New Jersey tunnel.
the Jersey Tunnel,
Specifically. Okay, so where is the New Jersey Tunnel on the map that he's showing us?
North.
North of it. Okay.
Yeah.
We've climbed a far way. Are we now at the Crown? Like, are there windows at all?
Yes, but the windows are just kind of up high.
Oh, you can't see out of it.
Yeah. So normally there's would be a platform, but that's just been kind of altered. And as you start looking around, you can see that this was not. It's a cross between like a prepper's barracks along with a church.
Gotcha. Out of character, if we could see out, Jersey's like right there. Like,
Yes.
New Jersey
Pretty darn
is
close.
Yeah, Jersey's
across the
there.
bay. Yeah. Jersey's not far from here.
When I came upon them talking of this Lefferts Lake, they had immediately stopped. As I said in my own naivety and acceptance, I did not suspect any wrongdoing at the time.
So they disappeared in the night, meaning no one followed them.
Well, those that were still alive were unable to due to their injuries.
I understand. I wasn't casting aspersion. I was just asking. So nobody followed. So it is. You believe that because you heard that they were.
That is the only clue that I have surmised from my prior interactions with them.
Do you know if that place has also been taken over by the Living Lands?
As the entire state has, yes. But I do not know why that was mentioned or any special properties that may lie within.
Which means we may be going into something that is more than just simply a place. There may be power there or defenses. I hate to ask this, Father, but would you and Sharktooth wish to accompany us on our search for the shard?
I have failed in my task of protecting the shard, and that is why our good father has sent you to come and help recover.
Help. That would mean that we're joining you.
Well, help to recover the shard. Forgive my lack of nuance in the language. I'm still learning. And then Sharktooth at that point kind of speaks up, and she says that I must look after the father. I cannot leave him until I know that he is safe or secured.
Father, to be frank, we were coming to take the shard ourselves. Our intention was to, at least our belief, is to utilize the shard to give power to a device that would allow us a greater chance of defeating the different High Lords. If you truly have embraced the core Earth, that's what we're helping return this reality to. The shard would be placed into this artifact to give someone the strength to start beating the High Lords, the invading masters. Would you be okay with this? Again, being completely truthful.
There is a tale from core Earth. One of the tenants, during a flood, a man was praying to God to save him from this flood. As the water started rising, a vehicle pulled up to his residence, and his neighbor said, "Allow me to drive you away." And the man responded, "No, I'm waiting for God to save me." So he left. As the flood started continuing more, a person mounted on a horse, he says it kind of unfamiliar, rode up and asked the man if he needed assistance. The man said, "No, I am waiting for God to save me." The water started rising and engulfed his house. The man climbed up on the roof, continuing to pray. At this point, a boat comes floating down and asks the man, "Do you need my help?" The man says, "Thank you, but no, I'm waiting for God to save me." The flood continued, washed his house out, and the man drowned. When he went up to speak with the Lord, the man asked God, God, I prayed to you over and over, asked you to save me, but you never did. God said, I heard your prayers, my son. I sent you 3 people to help, but you casted away and spurned my help. The lesson here is, I believe that God has sent you to help. I would be foolish to spurn his help.
So you're willing to go with us, is what I'm understanding.
You're a very religious lizard.
There comes the possibility.
So he kind of smiles. He smiles at that, and he says, God has seen fit to allow me to combine both the tenets of his prayer and Lanala's.
I'm sure he has, okay.
I sadly may not. I'm afraid my adventuring days are over. But I do wish you all the luck, and if my meager supplies, and he kind of points down on the far side, Sharktooth walks over, and just up against the wall, she pulls his tarp off, and you can see just loaded up on there is just racks of ARs and different pistols and ammunitions and magazines and just grenades and just a whole rack of arms and armaments that are just laying right there.
So Eva went from completely unamused at all to this entire conversation. As soon as that tarp was pulled off, instant, face lights up.
He kind of smiles and he says, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
More fancy. I like that one.
And it was not infringed.
I wish those were the tenets of the demons of Tharkol. It would give the race a much stronger ability.
Such a lovely sentiment.
I agree. I like this declaration of, what was it?
Independence.
Declaration of Independence.
He looks down and you can see him actually kind of caress the acrylic around it. And he says, we could not bear to let such a beautiful document perish to the living lands.
I would think that is something you should bring with you if you are able to come with us, if we're able to get you safely to Core Earth.
When you say that, you actually kind of, it hits that there's a full radio bank here as well.
I feel Jones could do something good with that.
I do too.
I think he might enjoy that. That sounds like something he would really like.
Okay, so I don't know that any of us, possibly Ufa, but I don't know that any of the 3 of us are going to necessarily know a whole lot with the radio banks. Maybe I would.
You would.
Maybe you would with the resistance.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We've been dealing with radios a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It seems
right.
recently.
Okay.
I actually have a walkie-talkie too, so
good. Although it's going to be a little weird.
It is going to be
slightly larger and okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since we've kind of diverted off course from our original plan, should we try to contact?
I think that's a great idea. Father, may we use the radio array?
Of course.
So
Does anybody know the correct frequency?
that's the part. I guess I'm just gonna.
so-
Would we?
You guys would know that. You would have that information.
Father, are you, should we ask him about the Delphi Council? He might know about it.
Yeah, certainly.
So, Father, are you aware of the Delphi Council?
I have heard rumors of such an entity, but I do not know what it is.
So, the Delphi Council is attempting to gather supplies and people to be able to fight against the High Lords and get Core Earth back, which is what we are working for the Delphi Council to help that goal, and that is who we would try to get in touch with to try to help you get back to Core Earth as well. So I asked, maybe you have one of your radios already set to one of their channels.
I do not know if one of these radios would be in.
I think I can get us there.
Okay.
He just kind of nods.
So I'll sit down at the radio, start slowly turning through the dial, get to the number I think I'm supposed to be at.
let's see here. I
don't know that I would have a whole lot of experience talking with them, the call signs and that. So I'm going to simply right, exactly.
This is Max.
I think
I'm endeavoring to reach the Delphi Council, and specifically, is it Agent Jones?
yes.
Yes.
And specifically Agent Jones.
Just change channel. Agent Jones.
Right.
Agent Jones.
There's a lot of channels. Huh?
Just go ahead and roll. I think the closest one would be computers.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, that's so bad in every way. That was a 1.
I'm
That's
gonna
bad.
try because I'm gonna be helping out.
Well, but the starting point is it was a 1.
Yeah, so he's disconnecting.
Yeah.
No,
But you're in
because
core Earth, 'cause you're in core Earth.
it's core Earth, and
We're not
your
in
tech
Living Lands.
axiom is higher than core Earth.
We're not in Living Lands.
Okay.
So
Right,
one
you're
to
not
four
in the
things
So
Living
the
is-
one
Lands.
won't disconnect me from
The one will,
Tharkle.
yeah,
Right.
but you're not. I mean,
But-
it's so foreign from what your
Yeah.
advanced radios are. I mean, it's almost too.
So Ava
Rolled
steps in.
19.
Yeah. So with computers, you're able to actually, figure out a frequency.
It's rolled 20 twice now.
Well, that makes more sense than what I was doing. Do you wish to try and get a hold of Jones?
I guess.
I'm going to step aside from where I am and get you the full array.
All right. I'll take the mic or the phone, however this one's set up.
That's a mic.
Okay. This is Eva, looking for any member of the Delphi Council.
You hear the, and then a few moments later, you hear the response. Identify, please.
This is Evangeline Francis.
Tell him it's the group, the group that went into the Living Lands.
We're the group that went in with the Living Lands. Previously, we were with Juliet Company.
That's good.
So you can confirm Evangeline from Zulu Company.
Yeah. Yes. That's right.
Hey,
We're
firm.
The Zulu company.
Stand by. Wait a few minutes, and then maybe just after about 5, actually a little bit longer, about 10 minutes, you hear a male voice on the radio, deep, and you recognize Jones's voice, and it's like, confirm Zulu Company.
Jones, is that you?
Affirmative.
Oh, finally. Thank God. This is Eva.
How many of you are still alive?
4. We got
4. And we got a new one.
3. We have new 3.
Oh yeah.
Sharktooth and...
Oh, yeah. And a couple others. We made some friends along the way.
Confirm you've added to the party or added to your team.
Hey, firm.
We've had a loss.
We did have a loss.
Advise.
The father.
Oh yeah. Father Elias.
He knew that one. He
The
knows
two,
it.
the 2 pilots. Remember they were.
We've lost our pilots. We kind of ran into
Oh, that's
very
right. No,
insane storm.
That's right. The other character we
And-
lost, we found here. So
But that's right. That's
Yep.
right. That's right.
it wouldn't have been Father Elias.
Yeah.
Start again.
Yes. So when our helicopter kind of reached the general area of where we were supposed to be going, we ran into a very big storm that kind of caused the helicopter to go haywire, sent us crashing into the jungle of hell, and we rescued somebody that joined us, who then was later eaten by a giant dinosaur.
You can almost hear the disbelief over the air.
A giant dinosaur I tried to bear back.
The 3 of us in the back are kind of like, I'm sure that's something he needed to know, but
The right terminology.
Emma's doing, yeah.
Teach their own.
After we tried hiding in a tree,
For her, it's very important.
I wanted to get to ride my dinosaurs. And then on our way, continuing through the jungle, we ran into another group where they actually got to ride the dinosaurs. Smaller ones.
At that break, you hear, provide the sit rep, please.
With less dinosaur riding.
We were
maybe
attacked
take
by
out
a bunch
the
of those little
dinosaur riding.
dinosaurs. Then we did get to ride a really big dinosaur.
maybe take out the dinosaur riding part.
But I like the dinosaur riding.
I know, but he doesn't care
Ava.
about the dinosaur riding.
But yes, anyway, we have a new person who was named originally what we thought.
At the break, he's like, is there another that can provide the sit rep?
Maybe now that we have, maybe Max
Ava,
can talk.
would you like me to step in?
Fine. Apparently, he's not enjoying my conversation with him.
I really want to ride a dinosaur.
Jones, we've added one to the party. We have somebody that actually is from the Nile Empire, Egypt, specifically Cairo. He has joined us on the mission. The 4 of us that went in are all that remain of the helicopter crew. Otherwise, total loss. Which I don't mention that 2 of them survived, but they got taken over by the living.
Right. Copy. What's your 20 now?
We are at the Statue of Liberty, I believe you called it. We have
Confirm it's still a hard point.
It is not.
Negative.
We are calling from a small component of it that seems to be ever shrinking as the living lands take the hard point over.
Do you have possession of the shard?
We do not, but we believe that we have a clear line to where it is. We're intending to go there next. We wanted to update you.
Tell him about the Declaration of Independence.
Oh yeah, we got something for you. Possibly.
He's like, is it a dinosaur?
No, but you want one? I can try. I can try to sneak like one of the eggs of the little raptors for you.
It is something. The 2 that we've met, one of them is Father Flint, is an Adianos that's accepted the core Earth reality. He has been maintaining control of an article that I believe is important to you, a Declaration of Independence.
Like stunned silence across the air. Confirm this Adinos has been transformed to core Earth, and in its possession is the Declaration of Independence?
That's correct. At least what he believes is such, and by its age and its casing within acrylic, I believe it is probably true.
Is Father Flint amenable to an exfil?
Father Flint, would you and Sharktooth be willing to leave here?
Wait. She said Sharktooth said she would only leave Father Flint if he was somewhere safe, so she could still join us and help us.
That's a great idea.
So Sharktooth, are you willing to stay with us if we can get Father Flint somewhere safe?
She looks at the father lovingly, and he nods at her once, and she goes, "It is my duty to help."
Load up.
Jones, it looks like, yes, an exfil would be acceptable for the father and the declaration.
Also, he should probably know that Father Flint had the Breifne Stone at some point.
That's probably a good idea,
Yeah, but is that going to anger him?
So at that, he says, I know that wasn't mentioned over the air. He's like, "Copy. We'll arrange for immediate exfil from..."
We are intending to head north from here, a place called New Jersey, specifically, although I don't believe it is core Earth anymore, a place called Lefferts Lake.
Stand by. So, yeah, about a minute and a half goes by, and then you hear, "Lefferts Lake is actually south of you. It is approximately 30 miles southwest."
Okay, well, that's where we're intending to go. Is there a place along the way that you could get the father?
Negative. We'll have to arrange for some type of high-altitude exfil for the father. Have him remain there, especially since he's transformed to core Earth.
Well, where we're at right now, Jones, is we cannot leave him. At least the guide that we have will not leave until we know he's safe, till we can assure his safety.
I will assure that we will retrieve the father and the declaration.
I look at Sharktooth.
So she seems contemplative, and then she gives one nod of assent.
Agreed.
Very well. Unfortunately, we won't be able to bring in supplies to you. Is there anything that you may be able to need or that we might be able to drop?
I look at everyone, and then I
big
look at
rack
the
of
wall.
guns.
Right, and I look at the wall of guns, and I again look at everyone.
We're good.
I believe we're okay. Within the hard point that remains here in the statue, there are weapons and a number of other items. Those things that we think we need, we believe we have.
Very
This
well.
old lizard really enjoys his religion and guns.
He's like, as does every American.
Sounds about right.
ETA on exfil.
So, I don't have that information yet. Have the father keep this channel open so we can remain in communications with them. As for you and the rest of your team, I suggest that you move out as quickly as possible to attempt to recover the shard.
Once we have the shard, there will be the need to get the 6 of us out. Where's the closest place? You said this Lefferts Lake is 30 miles southwest? Where's our next point? Where do you believe you can get us out?
We will do what we can to be able to get you an exfil from the Statue of Liberty. Once you recover the shard,
Come back?
come back up here to where you're able to communicate. Tell us that you have been either successful or not, and regardless, we will go ahead and make a plan and exfil from there.
Hold a moment. Father Flint, how quickly has this hard point been shrinking? If you were to give a guess, do you believe it would survive another day, a week, a month?
It has slowly been consuming for the past 10 days. If I were to guess, another week.
Jones, what happens if we take longer than the time allotted? This hard point is shrinking. The father who's been within it the entire time believes it would be 7 days or less that it would survive. In the case that we come back here and it's down, we will have no way to communicate with you. Give us at least a secondary direction we can go.
We can just take the radios.
But they might not work within the living land.
As we've seen with a lot of our stuff, nothing's been working here. At least anything I touch.
Is it? Then you'll have to fall back to the primitive technology of the living lands. If you can, quite simply, start a signal fire on the beach. We shall have vessels waiting out in the Atlantic for quick fill, or quick exfil.
Very good. Yeah, I guess that's it. Max out.
Jones out.
Well, there we go. I say we grab what we need as I'm pointing to the to the wall, and we head out.
So in regards to equipment, go ahead and just check out the weapons from Core Earth and feel free to get what you need. So as you guys are starting to load up, you can see Sharktooth heading over and starting to pick out her weaponry.
Sharktooth's picking up guns.
She
I
transformed.
like this lizard even more.
Okay. All right.
I trust her now. I like her.
And at this, while the party is starting to kit up, we'll go ahead and cut this episode. And when we start up again, it'll be the start of a new scene.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Can't wait. Thanks, Greg. Thank you for joining us on another NCRP Productions podcast. We couldn't do this without you, so please like and subscribe everywhere we're found, including YouTube, Facebook, Anchor, Google, Apple, Spotify, and other great podcast sites. If you'd like to help us continue making more content, we'd love to have your support on our Patreon. And we'd like to give a special shout out to our current patrons, our Siegson Employees of the Month, Michael H., Greg K., F.S., and our Breaker of Seals, Frank H., Christopher C., Matthew K. Thank you all. We truly, truly appreciate it. And a very special thanks to our fantastic artist, Jacob Blackmon, who you can reach on his Patreon under his name, or Deviant Art under the name Prodigy Duck.